these ants and making them move like either a hopper or a crane fly or a stone fly moving on the water. Whoa, missed him. Oh, well, he was skittering. Just skittering that fly along. I don't know if he'll come back. Sometimes they come back. That's the only problem when he, whoa, missed him again. One thing you got to do is check your flies when you use these bigger flies. And that's exactly what happened. It flipped over on itself. It's been a tough afternoon. Everything should have happened, but it didn't happen. They're just sporadic insects. There's some gray drakes, fall gray drakes, about a size 12, and then we have some blue-wing olives. And in this light, it's just so dark I can't see them. So what I've done is I put on 2 royal humpies. Now, royal humpy is my signature fly. That's one I came up with in the late 60s. Got the 2 royal humpies. I got fish rising over there, but I'm not getting the float that I want. Well, that time I got a good float. Oh, missed him. Casting down. Oh, there he goes. We got him. Nice fish. Got him on the royal humpy. Tough day in the traditional fly. Humpy, and it looks like it was a good thing to do. I went with a small one and a large one. Good fighting fish. You know, it was a fly that probably my best known of the flies. It's become a standard. Everybody hopes to get a fly pattern that's a standard. And the royal humpy now there isn't a place on earth you probably can't buy a royal humpy. Essentially, it was a humpy with a white wing on it so you could see it. And in a day like today, humpies always work, but you couldn't see them. They floated well in this fast water. And I'll tell you where it's really worked well is in when you have big mayflies in fast, heavy water. A lot of patterns have come in over the years and have kind of taken away its glory. But it's still a standard pattern, and it's an upwing, so it'll imitate mayflies. Nice cutthroat, really nice one. Got beautiful fall colors. Even though they spawn in the spring, they get the more beautiful colors in the fall. There we go. We'll bring him in. It's a 18 on royal humpy. We tie him down to 18. We got a good place I got a net there, but we got a good place to beach him. Boy, it's right. You got him right on the end of the nose. You can see the bigger ones. I use both sizes because we have 2 different hatches out. We have a drake, and then we have blue-wing olives. And it's close enough. It's an 18. It's close enough to the blue-wing olive size, even though it's not the exact color, although I tie them with the olive bodies at times. And here's a little bit bigger one you can see. That's what it looks like. Yeah, here we go. Woo. Water's getting cold. Just a couple weeks to it's November 1st. Hey, there he goes. Well, sometimes you have to go back to the old flies when nothing else is working, and I was surprised. Well, that fish took it. There was actually a couple more fish in there too that looked at it. Well, anyway, let's go back and get another one. Well, I've come up here on a big riffle. These big cutthroat will come up here in the evening to go after the sculpin. And occasionally you'll be able to catch them out here. And I'm going to swing this streamer. And be real careful I don't spook them. It's really a downstream swing. I'm going to cast over here and I'm going to swing it down and giving it little pops like that, letting the current move it around. Just like that. God, I felt a little bump there. They'll follow it all the way around. Okay, now when you fish these streamers, notice I'm bringing that rod up and I'm going to shoot the line. The minute it hits, notice downstream line, we're going to strip it. This is the conehead kiwi. It's bumping the bottom. Oh, there's a bump, strip, stop. Oh, there, yep. Oh, good fish. Really good fish. He followed it clear across the river. I could feel him bumping it. He was telegraphing. I didn't know whether he was going to take it or not, but I didn't set on him until he grabbed the line like that, and then I got it tight. Boy, I'll tell you, you may not get as many fish on a streamer, but usually you get bigger fish, and this is a prime example. It's the biggest fish of the day. Boy, he's heavy. He's now going downstream on me. But boy, it just took one to make your whole day, and this is exactly that kind of fish. See if we can get him in there. Try to ease him into shore. Now that we're getting towards the end of the blue wing olive day, I think streamers are going to be the key. There, we'll ease him on in. Boy, he's a nice big fat fish. He's not ready to come in. This one's really got a lot of color to him. Oh, he got off. Darn it. Well, I at least had the time of bringing him in. But man, I'd like to have shown it to you. He was about a 3-pound, maybe 22-inch fish. But I can grow him now. Well, we've got to go get another one. When I fish the fall, in fact, when I fish any time of the year, I always have 2 rods set up. This is set up for a streamer. And in your assortment, you have 2 types of streamers, a conehead kiwi with the conehead on it, and then you have a regular kiwi. And one of the conehead kiwis is black, and that's one I'd be using towards the evening on dark days. The contrast of black against a washed out background is always best. That's why we use black fly at night. There's enough light the fish see almost in a washed out white, and that black stands out better. So we've got your 3 streamers. Now I'm going to kind of give you some ideas on how to fish them. Now I'm going to take the dry rod. We tried that and put it aside. We've got the current coming in right here. Now, more than likely, at this time of the evening, they're going to be tucked in down in this deeper pool. We're going to try to get one out. But I'm going to try all available places. And one of the keys to fishing a streamer is making it swim. And that it's got to swim like the minnow that it's trying to represent. And we do that by several ways. When you cast, you're going to want to have a belly going downstream. You want to pull the fly downstream, and that's what I'm doing. You're going to have the current help you. Now, right now, I don't have much current here. I'm throwing into a pretty calm area, and I've got to kind of move it. Now, we can move it by stripping, like this. We can move it by moving the rod tip and stripping at the same time. A lot of times we may even dead drift it by like casting over in this current here. I can tighten up and let the current drift it. There's a lot of different ways. The colder the weather, the less movement. Later in the year, you're going to find less movement. In the height of the summer, you may find yourself stripping really fast like this. So it's a matter of experimenting with the streamer to find out what works. I'll grab my other rod and we'll get going. Now I want to talk to you as I'm moving here a little bit about lines. You can get by with the floating line many times for small streams in the summertime, but I find that most of the time either using a sinking line or what we call a ghost tip line, which is an intermediate tip. This is what I have on right now, and a sinking leader. There's a variety of really good sinking leaders that are available. This one happens to be a Climax by Cortland, and they're about 6 foot, and they replace split shot, so you don't wreck your rod. If you have one of these 6 foot sinking leaders on, they're really a poly leader, poly taper, what they call the weight's impregnated into the leader. And it'll replace having a big split shot so it doesn't break your rod. Now, one of the things you're going to find when you're throwing these heavier flies, you want to reach for the sky. You want to shorten your stroke down and reach up and follow the line back, adding more power on your back cast. As you come forward, you pull down on the rod, flattening the rod out and rolling over the heavy fly. And notice that really important that you pull down on the line and you can shoot the line. Just a little bit of a pull will shoot that line. The times to do it are in the morning and the evening when fish are chasing minnows. That's when you're going to have your best luck. One of the problems I find is people want a lot of action. And on streamers, many times you see a lot of fish going after the fly, and that can be pretty exciting, and that can keep you pretty occupied and pretty happy, even if you're not catching any fish. But the rewards on a streamer are really big. If you're really looking for a big fish, you learn to become a better streamer fisherman, you're going to get some big fish. So I hope that you give the streamers that are in the selection a try. Woo, boy, right through the middle of that pool, nothing. Well, there's the boat down there. I'm just going to fish my way down to it. Quickly, of course. And we're going to hit that boat.